Hello everybody, today, this morning, whichever time zone you're watching this in, we are going to look at something very different to what we normally do. And this one is a contact instrument. Full disclosure, you will need the full contact and you can't use this in Contact Player, so you will need the full version of Contact. So without further ado, we are going to take a look at Veevum Volume 1. This is a fantastic library for the ambient cinematic composer, and if anybody's heard my music, and hopefully you have, if not, why are you here? Go on Apple Music or Spotify and give it a good stream and have a listen, then come back. And this is a fantastic sort of sound, so without much more gabbing, I will move into what it sounds like. But first of all, I will apologise for the size of the interface. I cannot make it any bigger. I wish Native Instruments would allow us to scale the screen like you can in a lot of VSTs. So Native Instruments, if you're listening, please get some scaling done because the writing's very small and I'm getting a bit older now, so it's a bit hard on the eyes. So anyway, here we go. This is Veevum. The first patch we come to is a keyboard. I'm just going to step through a couple of these, what they call snapshots. I won't go into how to install them because the instructions that you get with the manual are really good. If you follow them to the letter, you can't go wrong. So I won't bore you with how to install it unless you want me to show you how to do that. Leave in the comment below and I will certainly do that in the next video. One sound. Very glassy style pad there. Let's go Chord Sequence 2. This is where it starts getting fun because if you notice, I'll go into a bit more detail in a minute, but if you notice this honeycomb thing on the other two patches we looked at, there's only one. This is where it gets fun, is when you get quite a few of these going. Now they're all flashing because every time you play a note, one of these gets triggered, but it is random because that's what this says here, random play mode. So it comes up sort of some really interesting sounds in the bass range. So if you look there, when I'm playing, each time I play a key, I'll play the same key and it randomly moves through the elements. So the best way to play this is in a Bach's chorale style. So pedal bass in the left hand, melody in the right hand. So I'll hold an A minor chord in the left hand. So that pins those notes in. Just going to raise the sound a bit on this because it's a bit quiet. There we go. And we'll go for interferences. I'll turn that one down a bit. There we go. That's really nice. That I've got gives you a few ideas for some tunes. That let's go to Made It At Last. That's a really nice one. we'll just do one final one. I won't go through all these snapshots because they're all really good. Calm with a chance of. Now, see, I hit a wrong note on purpose there, because there's a fantastic little trick in this this instrument. Is on the scale settings, you can select any of these scales, and if you play a wrong note, it will move the note to the right note. If best to explain, so if we've got A minor harmonic, so harmonic, A minor harmonic, notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A. So you're raising the 7th note half a step, because the natural minor is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, all white notes. So if I play, hopefully you can see the keyboard underneath. Hang on, that's not a G, because it's moved it to the G sharp. Because I've set it now, so I want, if I play a wrong note, it's going to move it to the nearest highest correct note. And if I wanted to make it to lower note, it'll move that G sharp down an octave. Now, if I want it just not play anything, so I'm pressing G, nothing happens. If I press G sharp, I get my note. If I press F sharp, I get nothing. If I press F, I get my note. So a really, really handy sort of tool that for those that less steeped in music theory. I won't go through all the little niceties of this instrument. Some of you might wonder, what on earth is this little sort of bar across the top here? And just waggle my mouse so you can see this bar up there. So what on earth is that about? Well, this controls the number of layers you've got. I'm warning you, you don't, in stack mode, which this is in, you don't want to go wrapping it up to 50, because if you do, you might bring your system to its knees and also cause some horrible sonic mess. So what we'll do is just move this up slightly, and I'll move it to around about here. So now I've got 9 sources instead of the original. Random, now if I just move that up a bit more, I want a temp fade here. I'm not going to go too much further than 18 layers, so I've got 18 sources all playing down and 18 honeycombs highlighted. Straight away I've got a new patch that's really interesting, lots of movement, fantastic drone. Whole soundtrack in literally seconds. This is just absolutely insane. It's $35 on the website, this instrument. It's just magical. What we can do is when we randomize things up here, if I go to here, category filter, what I can do, and if I just move it down, I'll just move that down to back to 4 voices. I can limit it. So I've got anything that's at 15 Hz, anything that's 30 Hz, slow attack ones. I want stuff with, say I want Is that sustaining? Say, yeah, sustaining. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on, so it's a little bit hard to read that writing. But sustaining. So I'll just go up to 7 layers. So what it's done is randomly selected sustaining type sounds. If I said, no, I tell you what, I want fast attack sounds, and I'll just randomize everything. There we go. That's what that little random button does. Now I've got 19 layers. I don't want 19 layers. I'll just bring that down. All 6 layers, and they're all fast attack. That sounds a bit mad, so I'll just go on stack mode. So really, really powerful what you can do with this. We do have the ubiquitous arpeggiator, and just this simple switch on, full range is full range below a key, above a key. The order, you can play around with that. Your rate, we won't go insane, we'll go to eighths, and you click your duration, swing, octaves. It's your general arpeggiator. Again, a lot of instruments, so I won't go through explaining that, but apart from playing one sound. So maybe not the most entertaining sound, but we'll just... There we go, something different. So you can have your random effects types here as well. There we go. Bubbles 01. So what I will do in another video, I will go into more detail what this bottom setting to do. You're not constrained to the randomizer button to select which honeycombs you want. If you notice, some of these are grayed out, and that's because I've got category filter here set to fast attack. So all these that are highlighted in like a purpley colour, dull purpley colour, you can select. If I take that off, you see everything else becomes selectable. Now if I want something that says I want leads only, now I've only got these few that I can select. Oh, sorry, I've got the arpeggiator on. Turn the arpeggiator off. Now if I wanted bass sounds only, there we go. But where this really does excel is your slow attack sounds. I absolutely love this instrument. So there we go. This is Veevum Volume 1, and it's available from audiofire.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, ding that bell, and you'll be notified when the next video's out. And don't forget, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. It does mean everything to me, because it does mean that I am on the right track on the content you want on this channel. If there is anything that you would like me to cover in the future, whether it be theory, instruments, whatever, synthesis, sound design, please leave a comment below, and we'll certainly see what we can do for you. So I'll catch you in the next one.